everybody. How y'all doing? Welcome to episode 4 of Lords of the Thorn right here on twitch.tv/the Ep4. Yay!
Yay!
All right, let's go around and have these wonderful cast introduce themselves, starting with my below me and this way, Crystal.
Hello, people. My name is Crystal Fear, and I am playing Sarissa Shiog, the Changeling Sorceress.
And Chris.
I am Chaos Chris. I'm playing Dante the Bard, a College of Sheep, apparently.
Lori.
I am Calamity Jane, and I am playing Caveat Inimicos, the Tiefling Barbarian.
Yay! And I'm DC. I'll be your DM for today. All right, let's get into it. Last time on the show, I don't know, some sort of graphics and fancy things going on. Just picture them in your mind. This is theater of the mind, so picture flashbacks, and maybe it's in black and white. It's coming at you. The party ran into Death, and Death asked them to go on a mission to protect spirits, as in a place called the Mire of Dead Men, which is full of evil spirits and things like that. However, the massive abomination of Moander is making everything rot and hit a spot of spirits and basically had them dissolve. Death, not wanting that to happen again, asked the party to protect these spirits so that they can go where they belong when it's time for them to go. Trudging through a swamp, the party fought a Hydra, a couple black dragons, no problem. There was throwing of, it wasn't a sheep, it was a
goat.
It was a goat, yeah. A goat into a black dragon. So if you missed that, go to the Ep4 YouTube and look at episode 3, and you can see a fastball special.
Because it was a goat, it's probably a curveball.
Curveball.
They spiral well.
Yeah.
Want to know how you know?
They're just football shaped.
What is this, Hey Arnold?
All right. And so when last we left, the group had just completed that task of getting the spirits protected. So you are all in this gross swamp area. What would you like to do?
How many claws does that dragon have now?
3 less than it had before.
Because I know we grew like an extra appendage, and I want to take, like, if the extra appendage was like growing out as Cavi killed it, and it's got like a tiny little talon. Like, I
Oh,
wanna take
yeah.
one of those.
Sure, you can do that.
Because I did use my wand of Sykes to grow an extra appendage.
Mhm.
Sarissa was going to grab its teeth.
You can do that easy enough.
Okay.
Yes, that leaves me with scales. See if we can harvest anything to make gear out of our cell. And I guess if we're going to be on the road for a while, dragon jerky, anyone?
Ooh.
I've never had any. I'll
Hmm.
take.
I mean, it's not ready. It's jerky. It
Well,
takes time.
yes. Are we going to have to dry it out here? And I just like wave at like the obvious humid place where we are now.
No, I thought we would have to go back and get the horses and then go somewhere else, I guess.
Oh, that's true. It should be drier then.
Yeah.
Also,
Alright.
do we know if like Hydra hide has any benefit or use?
You're muted.
There's some value to it. There's armor and things like that you can make with it.
If we have time, if it's not too much time, can we try to collect some of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Possibly with regenerative qualities.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yes, please then. And what age dragon again? They were babies.
Young, I believe.
Young. Yep.
Excellent. I will take that and I will offer to Sherpa it since I think I've got pretty decent strength out of all of us.
Yeah, I
Sure,
think
but
so.
All
the
right.
Hydra Hive.
And the black dragon stuff.
Need a lead for Cavi.
So you collect, you spend maybe an hour getting various pieces and bits for later experimentation. And you're going back to the horses?
Yep.
So you walk back, you walk past the sunken tower and through this awful place. And as you walk out of it back to your horses, the spell that was put on you by death so that you wouldn't take levels of exhaustion fades.
Goodbye, boots. I mean, like, just magic part. The boots are still there.
Yeah.
They're still knight's boots.
Yeah.
And as you get on your horses and head off onto a path, in the distance, coming from the north, you hear a horse bonding towards you.
Oh.
Well,
And if you're waiting there, and as it gets closer, you hear kind of a clanging sound.
I think I'll dismount just
is
in
that-
case it's bad.
I was gonna say, is that like the first people we've seen on the road since we've left Waterdeep?
There was the small town you stopped off at between here and Waterdeep, but beyond that, yeah, pretty much.
All right. I will take defensive kind of posture as well, but I will remain on evening soiree.
I'm gonna knock an arrow and just sort of like aim in the general direction of the sound, but hold until I can determine if it's friendly or not.
Okay, are you trying to hide at all? Are you just being imposing in front of this?
I think I will be imposing.
Okay,
Yeah, Sarissa's just up on her horse.
all right.
I
Give
will
me
be
an,
as imposing as a half elf can be.
all right. Give me an intimidation check, please, Cavi.
Okie dokie.
Is that everybody like global intimidation?
Nope,
check?
just Cavi.
14.
14. All right. So as you hear this clanging sound and the gallop of the horse, you see what looks to be some sort of metal being on top of a horse, kind of rambling back and forth. And the horse sees you, and you're standing there. You have a weapon drawn. It's surprised. It goes up, and the metal being falls off and clings to the ground, and the horse runs off. And he's just kind of lying there on his back. He's very orb-shaped. His body is an orb. His head's like an orb. His hand, he has arms, but his hands are circular and little fingers. His feet are kind of rounded, but flat on the bottom. And it looks like he modified these slightly. Looks like there's some contraptions built into him that are like little claws. But on the ground, flat on the ground.
Did the horse that he was on, did it continue like taking off?
Yeah, it just took off. It reared up because of the intimidation. And
I want to cast Dimension Door
okay,
and try to basically put myself like dropping like right on the horse, so
Oh my
like,
god.
to like keep it
Okay.
from like see if I can calm it down and such. But obviously, it's gonna be like if I can get on the horse with this. 'Cause
right.
it's got a range of 500 feet, so I can
Mhm.
definitely
So-
teleport there. It's all about what happens afterwards.
First thing is you're instantly doing an instant calculation. So I need a straight intelligence check. Just roll a d20, add your intelligence modifier to it.
It's not bad. D20 intelligence modifier.
Mhm.
That's a 9.
A 9. So you cast Dimension Door, but you didn't calculate the distance right, so you fall just as it's passing. You get a little bit of its tail up your nose.
I will continue chasing it.
Okay.
I am a little bit quicker too because I've got 35 feet of movement, but I'm just gonna try to also like calm it down while it's running.
All right. Roll an animal handling.
Ooh, there you go. This is much worse. I think. Yes, much worse. But a good roll. That is an 18 plus 2, so 20.
Okay. Somehow you managed to calm down the horse enough.
Is it, as I run up to it, is it mechanical or is it just like a normal horse?
It's a normal horse.
Okay, yeah, good.
The metal being is still on the ground, kind of trying to roll itself over.
Yeah. I would like to pace up towards it, not within melee, and still aiming the bow, and just tell him to state your purpose before I turn your metal hide into a sieve and we see what liquid comes out.
And as you get closer, you notice that he is wearing 2 monocles, one for each eye. Has a top hat that's on the ground, and where his mouth would be is it's like a mustache, but it's 2 white teardrops kind of forming the mustache, and that move up and down as he talks.
Wow.
I already love him.
Like, hello. Oh, yes. Hi.
Hi.
That was a lot to take in. Yeah. I'm Oswald Sparkbottom. I could use a hand getting up, please.
I could do that in a second. Tell me more, Oswald Sparkbottom. What is your purpose here?
Well, my ship crashed, rather ways away from here, and it was parts were taken from it that I needed. I can't get them on my own, and so, but a large energy signature came up over here, and I thought I could take what was, find out what that was, and maybe I could fix my ship.
Kind of look at Sarissa and be like, does he seem cool?
He seems fine to me.
All right. I'll put the arrow away and offer a hand up. Or like bend down, I'll pick him up.
Yeah. So this is an auto gnome, so he's not very tall. And comes up and he's like, oh, thank you. And
So, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, go for it.
Okay. I know we're on the Sword Coast, so it potentially could be a water ship. But like, it's the direction he's coming from, potentially the coast?
No, he pointed straight north.
That's what I thought. Okay. So just tell me more about this ship and who robbed you.
Oh, it's spectacular. It looks like a giant gear. And it spins around. I travel the astral sea. It's fine, but something happened, and I wound up here. I crashed. Someone scavenged parts off me, and I've been looking for replacements, and
Crashed. How does one crash in the astral sea and get
I'm
up
not
to
quite
here?
sure. I teleported into your airspace, and then
Oh.
I don't know why that happened, but I was just going to the Great Gear, and suddenly everything went all wibbly wobbly, and bam! I hit a mountain.
Great Gear. Yep.
So
Everyone
you
knows
see-
about the Great Gear.
Yes, of course they do. They all should. Everyone's
You
going
said
to the
things-
gear.
You said things went wibbly wobbly. Did they also go timey wimey?
No, that's a different show.
Oh, all right.
So
I ride up and I'm like, I was like, I've got another one. I named this one Nightly Venture.
Oh,
Mhm.
believe it belongs to this gentleman.
Oh, sir, what's your horse's name?
Nightly Venture.
Wow.
Are
I
you just saying
just
that to appease me? Because if you are, you are a
no,
beautiful
no.
man.
I found the horse, and I needed transport. I could only go so fast on my own, and horse is much faster than I am. So,
So how long have you been on our coast?
it's been in a while, a few months at least,
Few months tracking down your parts? Okay.
maybe a year. I don't know.
What? Holy cow. Okay. No wonder you needed a horse. That's a slow walking speed. But you say that the energy is somewhere near here now?
So suddenly, my scannery thing, and he holds up this thing, and it's going beep, 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 and it's pointing right towards the swamp, indicated a
Oh,
large
no.
energy signature.
Yeah, about that. We had to put something out there to fix things.
Oh, so I would just be breaking something if I took it.
Yes.
Right,
Well, what does it only sense
right.
like energy, or does it just sense specifically the parts you were looking for, the energy it creates?
Just large energy things. It just goes beep when there's large
Ah.
energy spikes. That's all. That's all we made it to do.
I don't know how you would get this energy. I believe it was tied to souls, unless you're one who knows how to use the energy in a soul.
I haven't tried it yet, but maybe. I don't know. It's energy,
Let's-
so it mattered to this thing.
Okay. But it only recently started beep booping?
Yeah,
Like real recently? Okay. Then yeah, that's probably our thing. Sorry.
like it was getting closer for a few days, and then it stopped, and then it really spiked up just yesterday.
Okay. Yeah, that seems like a coincidence. The yesterday stuff. But that's okay, so Mr. Oswald,
Yes.
how many parts are you missing?
Well, I need to fix my energy drive, and they took my Spelljammer helm for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay.
Not that they can use it for anything. And a couple of other pieces here and there. Just going.
Sarissa looks up, very puzzled. What's a
This-
spelljammer?
Oh, it's what we call our ships. So my gear thing that crashed, that's a Spelljammer. And the thing you use to control it, you put on your head, and it's a Spelljammer helm.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's been missing about a
Interesting.
year.
Yes. Getting any of it back is terrible trouble. I can't get near the place myself, so I was looking for alternate things.
The ship in question, it takes things across the astral sea, correct?
Yep. It was taking me
But-
to the gear.
Last I heard, we're all kind of trapped on the Sword Coast. Well, at least in Faerun.
Hmm.
This world, we're here. And is the astral sea nearby? Like, how do you get to that? Do you just sail
Well,
to it?
So there's the astral sea, and then there's little pockets of space, right? The astral sea is different from space. When you look up and see the stars in the sky, that's, sort of realm space. Your planet is in realm space, and you fly through the astral sea to realm space. You go into space, and then you get here.
But
And
it can also
somehow
be used
all
to
that
get
happened to me,
there.
and I'm not sure. Yes? What?
But it can be used to also get there.
Yes, of course. You're just
That's-
flying in the sky.
Yes, but I also have a hunch now. If I were an evil creature that was stuck on one planet,
Mm-hmm.
first things first, use something to leave it. If his ship can leave, regardless, it can probably take something powerful or even. But that's just a hunch.
Would you call it a theory?
Well, I don't have a way to test it yet, so no.
Or they could just be using it to make something else fly. Like, we know that the Oswald, cover your ports.
Like, what? This doesn't do anything.
Well, yeah, go on like deafen. Do you have an audio function? Like push.
Push to talk. Push.
Yeah, push to
Pushes
listen.
us ahead.
Yeah.
Because we know that if they're protecting the rot monster, they need to be sort of near it because it's like short range. But what if they weren't on the ground? They're in like a ship flying, and that's why they need the hat.
But they don't have the entire ship, they only have the helm.
No, but like
yeah,
they have another ship, and they're
Yeah.
using they need the
Using-
hat.
yeah, they use the helm to basically power the other ship.
Yeah, because they like corrupt magic and stuff, right? So maybe they corrupted the Spelljammer at helm. I don't know. This could be totally unrelated to Mr. Cobblepot. But
Mr. Cobblepot.
we could maybe just help him, I guess, or send him on his way. I don't know. You can undevon now, maybe.
And so he starts gesturing like this and tried talking. He pressed his head. Oh, I was on mute. Sorry.
Okay.
So, what was it I didn't hear?
Mm.
Or wasn't supposed to hear?
A lot of magical things have been stolen in recent times, and we wonder if your things might be part of those things. And you have a device that beep boops around energy. So,
Oh, that's actually a good question. Have you ever been to Waterdeep?
I have no idea what anything is called here.
Oh, it's a big, massive city. It has this giant stack. I start describing all of the things.
we have a
in the
pamphlet.
We do. We have a pamphlet. Travel brochure.
Yeah.
It's got artist drawings on it. There's one of like a winged creature throwing a goat onto what looks like a very stick figure dragon. Don't steal that. That's also my notes.
Dante, make a Arcana check for me. Just from what you were talking about earlier. You might be able to piece a couple things together here.
Yeah, I am okay at Arcana. Well, that's better than I was expecting. 16 Arcana.
All right. So yeah, you're talking about flying and being stuck here, and you realize that everything around teleportation or transportation or doors to the plane are closed. There's nothing about flying off the planet that's closed down. There's only the doors, but you could potentially sky travel anywhere because there's no portal
Like
necessarily blocking you from going.
There's no like physical something preventing you from just sailing into the sky.
Right.
Okay. So that was my hunch. And all the little things that I've heard about. So
So what do we propose?
I do think we should help him. Even if it's a wild goose chase, we could always Mr. Oswald, was it?
Oswald Sparkbottom.
Oswald Sparkbottom. Mr. Sparkbottom, if we assist you and your ship gets into usage, would you mind acting as a chauffeur? Possibly dropping us off in locations that could, I'll be honest, they might be dangerous for your ship, but we can always find a way down. You don't have to go directly to where we're going.
Sure. I mean, we don't have to recover my parts exactly. I just need things that do the things, right? And I can fit them together. I'm clever that way.
I'm also interested in the people that stole your parts as well. Do you know exactly where about they're still, well, doing business?
Oh,
Or what they look like?
Human, maybe some elves, elves, halflings, all sorts. They are in, I think you call it the spine of the world.
Oh, you were way north. Oh.
And that just seemed like a dangerous place, so I thought maybe coming south would be better.
What's up north? I look at Kavi and Sarisa.
What could I tell him? I presume I travel for like
So
mighty
yeah,
business.
North is spine of the world, and then beyond that is Neverwinter. As you travel along the Sword Coast,
Which ironically is snowy.
Even though it's never winter.
Yeah. Is the spine of the world up is where the 10 towns are? Am I thinking of the right area in Sorkos just in general? Or is that off?
I think it's off, or maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I'd have to look at your.
Yeah, I don't remember that exact map right at this time,
But he came like quite a piece. No wonder it took him so long to get down here if he was like trundling about and didn't have a horse the whole time. So, okay, do we want to take, since we've sort of done what we can here for now, take him back to Waterdeep, since it's the closest, like, we're midway between two big cities right now, but it's sort of the closest big city that would have potentially stuff for him to like build what he needs. Would that be correct?
Yeah.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Oh. Sorry, if I'm bending down, my cat is wanting attention, so petting the cat.
Blame the
Hi,
cat.
baby.
Yeah, I'm blaming the cat.
Acceptable reason. Yeah, I guess in Neverwinter. Oh no, it's that's further south than I was thinking. But yeah, okay. Then up above the spine of the world is where I'm thinking. Okay. So we could go way up into Neverwinter, which I don't know why we would, or down back to Waterdeep. Hello, kitty.
Hi, baby.
Oh.
It's a kitty interruption. We'll see how long she stays.
Yeah. Realizes it's on camera. Oh, hello.
Yep. This is Hannah. Hi, Hannah. Say hello.
Nope. Not gonna talk.
Nope. She'll want to get down pretty soon, so take these rare moments of kitty. Oh, yep. Here we go.
Yep.
There it
There it is.
Time to go.
Oh, your cats are way more independent than mine. Mine will just sit in my arms as long as I hold them.
Oh no, she's coming back for pets, and so she just doesn't want to be held very long.
Oh yeah, mine you can hold for forever.
So my weird thought is that if we take Oswald back to Waterdeep and the tower is sort of coming back online, if we get a sense for how his energy thing, if it picks up anything at all, reacts to the tower magic, if we take him out and about, we can maybe use that thing to find the pieces we're missing because the energy signature would be similar, right? Presuming that it makes different sounds to begin with and isn't just like wee, constantly.
On the stone that we picked up from the I don't know what to call them, arcanists, evil arcanists at the bottom of the
Cultists?
tower, cultists. When I identified it, did I get any inkling that I could actually like focus any energy into it?
The stone that you'll have to remind me about the stone. I'm sorry.
That they were
I'm
using
forgetting my
to,
own things.
That they were using to corrupt the
In the
ward.
crystals?
In
two
the
crystals?
crystals. Yeah.
Oh,
two
the crystals. Uh,
Or was that like specifically part of like that room that we needed to that we would need to use to like energize the crystals, or were they using those crystals to
right.
corrupt the
Yeah. So though the crystals sort of hold energy more than they so you can focus things into them.
Yeah, I have an inkling. I want to try something before we leave, though. I want to cast like a spell into it.
All right.
Just like the energy into it. I'll use like a 3rd level spell, and I'll say, "Can you see if this causes anything, like your sensor to go off?"
All right. You spend the spell slot, and the device pings. Bing. Oh, hey, that worked. Whatever you did. Neat.
You are way more useful than you expected.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't know how to take that.
It is
Maybe
a
a
compliment.
thank you.
Don't mean it to be off-putting, but that is actually something we were kind of needing.
So what I'd like to propose is we could take you back to a real big city that you might be able to find some bits and bobs that you need for your ship. If we could either borrow this device or have you come with us to find our missing bits and bobs.
Well, let me see what your city has to offer first.
Okay.
What's this place called again?
Waterdeep.
Waterdeep. I was going to call it Deep Water. That wouldn't.
That's close enough.
I even have a pamphlet with the name on it. Could have just read that. And he takes the pamphlet and he opens up a little compartment in his chest and sticks it down in there and closes it.
Bye. No.
No.
Oh, did you
get him
need
another
that
pamphlet?
Here.
Yeah. We'll pick you one up at the other in Waterdeep. This is where I got it.
All right.
So sad.
So you get your pamphlet back.
Okay. I suppose our then journey is just a couple days back to Waterdeep. Is that our idea?
Yeah, it's going to take you a while to get back to Waterdeep, but yeah. So you travel back. We'll fast forward time again, unless you wanted to stop somewhere or do anything, but otherwise.
I was just curious if Oswald would tell us where he's like from, because I assume he was crossing the astral sea to go to the gear or the cog.
The gear.
The gear. Is he from the gear, or is he like pilgrimaging to the gear?
He was going to something called the gear.
Okay. And from where? Will he say?
Oh,
where's your home?
The astral sea, pretty much. I was created and lived in the astral sea most of my life.
Oh.
Cool. Astral sea. And there's no, because like this is Cabby, she's not been to the astral sea. There's no land in the astral sea. It's only ships. Ships or space. Ships or sea.
There are objects in the astral sea, and you have to know where an object is. You point yourself towards the object, and eventually you get there.
Well,
the astral sea doesn't work like anything else. But there are asteroids, there are houses, there are... Sometimes you can find a person just kind of floating and fishing. There are dead gods, bodies of dead gods floating around.
Okay. Wow. Bodies of dead gods is a little mind expanding. That's what?
I feel like this is somehow worse than the yawning portal. How did we find a place that exists that's worse than the yawning portal?
It's cooler than the yawning portal.
It does sound
Not all that
cooler.
bad.
Are we talking about the astral sea or the yawning portal?
Neither. Sarissa is gonna look at Oswald and like, I wonder, have you ever been to my original home, which is Sigil?
Don't know where that is.
Yeah. It's not unlike the astral sea. There's a lot of doors.
Oh, there's no doors. You just go where you want. Oh, you were making a comparison. Ah, good. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Interesting. From the astral sea. Okay, thank you. I was just curious.
Yeah.
So, can I presume a long rest on the way home?
Yeah. And
Hooray!
as you travel back home, he is more than happy to tell you about the gear. And he's like, yes, my ship is shaped like a gear, and I'm a gear going to the gear, right? So the gear. Don't get confused. People do. I don't understand. I try explaining this, and it's confusing. But I am in a ship that looks like a gear going to something called the gear, but my gear ship is not the gear.
It's a gear, not the gear.
Wouldn't it make more sense if you called the gear the clock? Because clocks run on gears, and the gear itself becomes, is going to the clock.
No.
Gears. Ah! Nope.
And
just shut down a bard. No.
Oh, yeah.
So the gear is, we don't know what it is, but a bunch of autonomes are all traveling to it. We're going to try to fix it up and make it move. We don't know what will happen. It could be something neat, could be nothing, could be the end of everything. But we're all going to go look.
Huh. How did you hear about the gear and that it needed repair?
Oh, it's been a legend quite some time, and we found it, and like, wait, we can fix this, and don't know, we're able to work on it, so.
Okay. And how long ago did you discover where it was?
Oh, this has been hundreds of years project. I mean, centuries-long project.
Phew, good. I hate weird coincidences. Like you find the gear, Rod eats our planet. That would be just not good. Oh, by the way, of a raw monster.
I lean over to Sarissa while they're talking. I'm like, I hope it's a clock. I just hope it just tells time once they finish.
That would honestly be hilarious.
Yeah. I guess I will fill in Mr. Sparkbottom on what's happening in our space so that he's not totally shocked by what he encounters. Just like, not like all the details of everything that we know, but the sort of generic, what's happening to our land.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And you fill them in. But you're not mentioning anything about the 4 people, the 4 lords, or anything like that, right?
The 4 lords? No.
No. Okay.
I don't think so. I don't really know much about that. I know that we have 4 pieces that we're looking for. 4 lords.
Yeah, the 4 pieces. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I think I'm just encompassing that pieces are missing from our stuff, but not like directly how many.
Yeah.
We just met this man. He's from the astral sea, supposedly. Unverifiable.
Unverifiable.
Yeah.
He's like, there's pink clouds, and if you needed air to breathe, there's plenty of air, and you can just float.
Uh-huh.
Does everyone float?
She can fly.
It's not the same as
We
floating.
can all fly.
I can fly forever.
I can fly for an hour.
Yeah.
I can fly for a total of 10 minutes.
It's not a
more than most.
competition. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's just appreciate that we can all fly.
That's nice. Nobody gets left behind. Except for the autonome. And the horses.
And the horses. You're like, no, you just float. You just think about where you want to go, and you start heading that way.
So you don't need a ship, but the ship is faster.
The ship's much faster. You're only traveling at your normal speed, but you want to get anywhere. You're traveling, many millions of miles fast in a spelljammer ship.
Wow. Huh. So
That
cool.
would be nice.
Yeah, we'd be at Waterdeep already.
Right?
Right?
Past Waterdeep. Yeah. Wait, but that's in the astral sea. Does that mean that the ship functions the same in this? And I just kind of like in general.
Yes, it has a speed, and it can go full speed wherever. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is when you're in realm space. It's more like regular space. I don't know if you've ever been up in your kind of where the stars are beyond the atmosphere of your planet, but you can't breathe up there. I'd be fine. I don't need to breathe, but you just float and gravity affects you and pulls you towards things, and you could just be floating forever and not be able to control it. It's a vacuum.
Mm.
What's a vacuum?
Like no air. Like there's no air. It's sort of like you're sucking in your breath. And you just,
all right.
Yeah.
Got it. Space vacuum. Not cool. Okay.
But when you're in the
Waterdeep,
astral
though.
sea, you don't have to worry about any of that. Realm space, yes. Once you go
Astral
beyond
sea,
realm space
no.
into the astral sea, you're good.
Jinx.
Oh.
So you get into Waterdeep, and what would you like to do?
I suppose he's like a curiosity, right? It would maybe
Yeah.
be best to give a heads up to the local authorities, maybe introduce him around.
Sure.
Just like, because he has specific needs, and they're in like a wartime technically. So
Yeah, so you help him out, get him acquainted. They can put a hat on him, a little cloak, so maybe he doesn't get as many looks. But
sorry, give his hat a hat. He already has a hat.
yeah, they give him a wide brim hat, just kind of hide his head, and he puts his top hat on top of that wide brim hat.
I'm just imagining a sombrero with the top hat on top of it.
Pretty much,
love
yeah.
it. I love it.
Perfect. Yeah, he blends right in.
Yeah.
Our job is done.
I couldn't see him for miles now. Where did Spock Bottom go?
And they give him a cloak, but his body's like spherical, so it fits weird over him, and it just kind of flops down.
Amazing. Get him a pamphlet and see if they'll let us bring him near the tower to see if it pings his device.
Oh yeah, they'll let you get near the tower.
Okay.
And yeah, the device goes off.
Interesting. Is it similar? Like, I guess what I'm trying to determine is, does the device act differently around different magics? Like versus Dante's 3rd level spell, does it make a different sound than that?
Yes, it's it's more intensity of the thing. So where the 3rd level spell is kind of a lower ping, this is a much higher sound that comes out of it, from the tower.
I want to like move him away so it stops and move him forward, just so I can hear the sound again and kind of try to like memorize it.
Yeah, you can do that. That's fine.
Okay. Listen, this will come in handy. It's like a metal detector.
You
I need to
lifting him
find
up
this.
and moving him back and forth, and while he's reading the thing. What's going on?
Important. You laugh now, but like in 2 months when I'm using him near, it's come in handy.
While we're in Waterdeep, I want to look into. I know that teleportation magics are restricted leaving the realm, but what about teleportation magics in between cities, if there are any?
Those currently don't work either.
Interesting.
They're not sure why. It could be a side effect of the Lady of Pain just saying no, and it was quite a mighty no. But yeah, teleportation between cities, it just isn't. Teleportation circles aren't really working right now either.
Okay, good.
Okay. Can Kathy unload the dragon scales and hydra hides? Like, see if we can craft anything that would be useful to the party first, but then otherwise sell it.
Sure. They can make like a leather armor out of the hydra hide and make a scale armor out of the scales.
Nice.
Or a shield. You have enough either way. You can make a shield or a set of armor with it.
Does anyone have a purpose for any of those things? Are they able to determine any special properties that those items would have by chance?
Well, dragon scales are tough, so
okay,
be harder. The hydra leather though does have some sort of regenerative power to it. They can possibly manipulate, but it'd take longer to
curious.
stitch that together.
So curious. Okay. I want to know what it does.
So if you want to leave it with someone, because there's someone in Waterdeep that can handle it, they will.
Yeah. I will leave it with them. I guess we'll just unload the dragon scales. Let someone make equipment or armor for other people in the city that need it. See if we can get some coin turnaround for it.
All right. They'll because they don't often get dragon scale. They'll give you a couple hundred gold for them.
Awesome.
I want to get a thin strip of leather.
Okay.
And I want to just get long enough basically for like a leather necklace.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to make a tiny baby dragon claw necklace out of the tiny dragon claw.
Sure. Easily done.
I wrote like 3 eyes for the tiny.
Yeah.
I love that so much because I feel like you were just reading my mind. Sarissa was going to sit down with some twine and string together the teeth that she pulled from the dragons and just make that into a necklace.
Okay.
We all become barbarians.
You guys have friendship necklaces.
We have a craft project at the Yawning Portal that we're now running.
Yes.
Sign up for craft days.
Things I'd like to pick up. The supplies for I guess since we're in town for like a wee bit, I'll see if someone can professionally cure the meat for us because me doing it on my own, probably okay. Not the best. Yeah.
So yeah, if you're gonna wait a couple days, they can cure the meat.
Yeah. Well, I figured give Oswald a chance to look around for parts
and
see if he'll sit out with us. Because we need to go, Lorien directions. West? Inward, land inward, I know.
Land inward is east.
Take it!
West is the ocean.
Okay. Yeah. West is wet, got it. East is the where? East is the beast. Got it. So before we head out there. Get the meat, get tools for skinning, because if we find more friends, I want to have the equipment.
Friends.
Listen.
Tools for skinning.
We're skinning our friends.
more
Great.
friends. Yeah.
Friends are just fiends with an extra step.
Exactly.
Possibly climbing equipment, because he mentioned the spine of the world. I don't know that we're going there right away, but she knows it's a mountain, and just like the barbarian would rather have all the stuff than need the stuff.
The barbarian that can fly.
Okay, listen. Just because I can fly doesn't mean it's safe to fly.
It's true. Could be really windy.
And some of us could not
throw you
fly
into
for forever. You need to climb. So take your gear and you just be happy. I like having stuff. Makes
I will say, it's always great to have stuff.
Yeah.
Never doubt the power of rope.
Nope. Oh, so good.
That's why I was so sad about rope in Baldur's Gate 3. It's just an item to sell.
Yeah.
Huh.
So Oswald quickly figures out that if you want to borrow his gadget, you can. He has kind of located things what he needs, and you've introduced him enough around the city he can talk to people and get the help he needs to get parts for his ship. And he's getting a wagon together and of bits and bobs he thinks he can fit into his ship, but he's not sure. But it's the closest he might get here.
I will give him the couple $100 gold that we got from the hide.
Okay.
To procure, because I don't think he has money really. So like to procure his needs.
Okay.
Take care of him. Whilst he loans us his gadget.
All right. He accepts. You tell him about exchange rates, or someone does, and he's like, "Oh, okay." He quickly figures it out.
Yeah. Don't let anybody rip you off. You tell him. You're a friend of Kavi.
Oh, friend of Kavi. That's a thing. That's like a you say these words at a certain bar, and no one messes with you type of thing.
It will be if I get back and find someone was mean to you.
Oh, all right.
So you'll have to survive till then. That way we can find out. But we will be back.
Okay. And it kind of an exchange. He agrees to can set him up with a room, and he agrees to watch over some of your stuff that's here that you just can't take with you, because he's going to be stuck here for a while gathering parts. So as long as he's here, he can keep track of things for you here. Just make sure it's safe and no one takes it. He's not going to be able to run a business or anything, but
that's okay. Thank you. That is very nice. I guess our deed with death is done because he hasn't returned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's fine. That's just off the list. So back to the 4.
Sarissa, speaking of that deed, you get a note, probably from Death, you assume. It just kind of appears one day, and you read it, and it just says thanks, and there's a D at the bottom.
You're quite welcome, my dear.
And it's thanks with kind of a sad period, and you just know it was kind of in a neutral voice, nothing special. He just figured that's what he had to do, so just write it. So
it's not like the passive aggressive period. It's just the normal period.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not an angry period or anything.
Trying to look at what I need. We have bows, we have arrows, knives, leather. Does anyone need any other generic equipment things? Probably not, right? We just sort of left.
I will take a bundle of rope myself.
Okay.
Sarissa still has plenty.
All right.
Because I realize I don't have any at all.
Oh, see? Useful. Okay.
So you all gear up for whatever you want to do. During this time, Barnabas Blastwind asked to see you all.
Ooh,
again for a minute.
sure. Good timing. We were about to leave.
It's like, hey. And you all gather once again in the yawning portal, and he comes down to his table, sits there, like, okay. So, the things you found in the tower, we think there's 4 of those. He goes back over how these relate to the dragon ward, essentially, that's on the abomination. He said there's 4. I think we picked up 1 north, 1 west of here, even east, 1 south.
The one north, is that further than Neverwinter that you found it, or?
Maybe not quite that far, but it seems that we've had, since you've been gone, we've had people working on various spell things I don't quite understand, and tracing magic and things like that. And there seems to be these points of the spell. Here, the one to the west has to be out in the ocean. Then east, north, south, and that seems to be kind of how this energy. They tell me this, how this energy is flowing.
Hey.
Do this thing. I can't explain it all to you. That's just the summary I can give you.
And we obviously don't have a pinpoint. We just know where it's coming from, correct?
Yeah. I mean, we can give an approximation, but can't be sure that. We can say over there, about that far away, but we could be a week off, a month off. We don't know.
Well, we actually have in our possession something that can sense high-level magics on a constant basis.
Oh, great.
So we know that it's got a decent range, and it can pinpoint, well, what we need to find. Kind of pinpoint. Well, we do know that he found, like, where we were. He was obviously...
Yeah.
We had to walk out of the swamp, and he had to be clear
Mm-hmm.
through that swamp. So we know that we can get closer.
Mm-hmm.
On that, did we have any training from Sparkbottom on how to exactly use that sensor? Does it have a broad range where it just picks up everybody in the room?
Oh yeah, it sort of pings everything, and then you can sort of adjust to whatever ping you want.
What level you want? Say I want to ignore everything, all the balloons in the sky, but I just want to see the planes, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yes, we can use this to get us closer and closer and fine tune it as we get closer. So we can find we can pinpoint your things, whatever these things end up being.
And there's rumors. We're starting to hear names now, and there's rumors that each one of these crystals was given to what's being called a lord.
Oh.
That is their title, and they
really are whipping off water deep.
Yeah, it's hard to know much beyond that, but there seems to be. So we figured there's at least 4 of these. So we think there's 4 lords. There could be more. I don't know, but there's 4 of these. And each of them is in one of the cardinal directions. So.
Okay.
Interesting.
So just be aware you might be up against some powerful being that works with Moander. No matter what direction you go, apparently.
How fond do you think they are of sheep?
Oh boy.
Anything that they can take and rot and turn into just a pile of nothingness, the abomination will happily accept. So if it's living, it's very fond of it because it can just make it into a mushy rock pile.
Ooh, mushy wool does not sound great.
Does this mean that we're renting a boat? And by boat, I mean ship.
And by
You said
ship,
it's
we
the
mean
ocean.
water.
Unless you have griffins, in which case I'll fly.
Or dragons.
Yeah. But they're gone, right?
You know,
They just can't detect the abomination, correct?
But I thought they hadn't seen them for a while now.
Well, we
They
saw
haven't-
2 dragons the other day.
There's one dragon that they haven't.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
they haven't seen Arnax in a while.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you know of any other dragons that reside in the city? Why do you have dragons in the city? Or near the city?
There are no dragons residing in the city.
Mm-mm.
Where can we find a
can't.
dragon outside of the city?
Don't think it works that way. 1-800 Sky Dragon is not like a service they provide.
I need the 1-800 Dragons for Kids ad
Yeah.
now.
So Barnabas continues on.
Mm.
Sure, dragons, whatever. As you're talking, so whatever way you want to go, I can't tell you what to expect. I don't know. We know there's these beings. There's probably at least 4 lords. We're guessing they each have a crystal, and it took a lot to gather that information. But
You've done well. You've given us locations at least.
Yep.
So we will be able to find them. What we do afterwards, I cannot swear to.
If they each have these crystals and she'll take the one out of her bag,
mhm.
does that mean we've taken down 2?
No, we would think we would see some sign of the spell weakening around the abomination, and it hasn't yet. So those may have been gathering some other energy, maybe reinforcement. I don't know what those would have been used for. But
Well, they did kind of affect the ward around the tower. We ended up taking damage getting in, but not damage coming out after we stopped what they were doing.
Yeah.
is apparently they were able to add a disruptive magic to that allowed them entry, and they were fine through it. But anyone else just take extra damage, really keep somebody out, even if they were allowed in.
Well, I vote that we go west first. It'll be wide open. We'll be able to test our little thingy,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't. Did Sparkbottom give us a name for this?
Device?
No, and on it you can. It just says Beepatron on the back.
Oh. Patron.
Beepatron. Glad that it tells us exactly what it does.
Yeah.
Beep. I'm going to put a dash, a hyphen in between beep and A, and the dash between A and T.
Right.
R-O-N. Beepatron.
It has a model number 1138.
I'm writing that down for now. Okay.
What's its serial number?
Hey.
Just has a model number.
You just hit my work bone where I've got just like, oh yep, model number, serial number.
Mhm.
See how many of these things were made, when it was made, the year of our gear.
1. Yeah. So if we're going into the ocean, we need a ship, we need a crew. Potentially those vaguely military based, or at least more like mercenary, because they're going to be at risk. Like, we don't want a merchant vessel so much.
Yeah, we'll want to get someone who's more than willing to risk their life, which is a bit more costly.
So we need a pirates.
I mean, kind of.
Buccaneers.
Waterdeep's a coastal city. The city must have military ships. No? Or are they gone? Are
Or
they?
even like,
No, it has military. It still has some defenses here, just in case.
Right.
and even if we don't want to, they don't want to steal from the city's might. If we can get a mercenary vessel, that would be better for the city in the long run, just in case the city gets attacked and they need to move people.
Mm.
Barnabas still here is like, we can arrange you a ship. It shouldn't be a problem. Probably get you some
Thank
crew.
Good, because I don't have the slightest idea how to man a ship.
I can't give you a lot of crew, but I can give you some. It'll be enough to get a boat going anyway.
Yeah, we just need people to keep the ship afloat and healthy. We can probably mostly take care of the defense.
I mean,
We don't need a whole army.
At this point, this is official Waterdeep business, so yeah, we can get a ship.
Yes. I like working for the city. It's great.
They pay for all the tools.
Mm.
They got us this nice hat. When it
Yeah, Oswald that I said.
Oswald.
Okay. So they did pretty good work. I mean, 4 cardinal directions is helpful than just somewhere out there around the rot. Okay.
So yeah, so you gather up for a seafaring adventure. You get your Dramamine and whatever else you might need. Gather your supplies. Anything else you want to do? They're going to supply you with a crew unless you're looking for specific people, or is there anything specific you want on the boat with you?
I'm hoping it has little like ballista or cannons, whatever the little like, in case we come across something either in the water or in the sky, just to sort of like help protect the ship.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see what else. No, just make sure that it's stocked on food, which we would normally do.
Yeah.
Anyway, think of anything else.
They're guessing how long it will take you, so they kind of give you a supply plus a couple days. So so you have about maybe 2-3 weeks of supplies.
Okay.
Sarissa's going to make sure to bring S3 along.
Okay.
And I guess the horses is restable them, right? Because we're not going to bring them on the ship.
Right.
Oswald, you're in charge.
Like, okay.
Anything else for the ship?
I wonder if he's confused by the fact that his mount has to eat.
Well, breathes. It's different.
That too.
It's all different.
Well, he had the concept of that he understood.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
possibly he probably understands that other creatures have to eat.
Mm.
Now I just wonder if there's creatures in the astral sea that eat as well.
Well, they said people
sure
fish in the astral sea, so there's fish.
There is fish.
They fish something.
There's astral whales.
No.
Boy.
How do you? No, I'm going to assume that you don't fish for astral whales. Whales just eat you. Just a rule of thumb. They're bigger than you, they eat you.
Mm.
Unless they're baby whales, and then you're about the same size, and then they can't eat you. And
What
they're
do you mean same size?
the
Baby
same
whale?
It's a baby whale, yeah.
I'm fairly certain that whales don't eat people.
Oh, have you seen a whale not eat a person?
Well, no, but
Then we don't have evidence to prove otherwise, or my point as well. So until we see a whale eat a person, we'll assume that they could, but they don't.
but they have those like giant filter things at the front of their mouths.
What
suppose
about
I
the
don't-
ones that have like an actual mouth? I know that that's only part of the whales. Wait, did the actual whales all have the filter?
I have no idea.
Oh, but I would.
Never been to the
I'm not the
astral
expert here. I'm not the one that mentioned astral whales.
I love that we're just having this conversation at the table in front of Barnabas.
Oh yes.
No, I really can't think of anything specific for the ship other than like I'm hoping that it's a good mix between speedy and defendable as opposed to being big and heavy and slow.
All right. Yeah, he'll make sure that you have a faster ship. It won't. Again, it won't be as well armored, like you're saying. Big, heavy, slow is better armored, but you want speed. It'll
Do we want speed
lighter,
or do we want
faster.
armor?
I say we want speed. Time is of the essence, isn't?
You know,
it?
that's what I was thinking. Okay,
Oh.
good. Nope, that's it. Anything else? Anyone else?
No?
A silk hammock.
So cool.
that'll be on you.
It's
I
not
will
the
go out
budget.
and look. I will go out and see how much a silk hammock will cost me.
Yeah, you can easily get a silk hammock. That's what you want.
I'm gonna say it cost me 5 gold
Okay.
Wow.
because that
That's
is
fancy.
a fancy hammock.
Mhm.
I want something comfortable.
All right.
Mhm.
So the boat gets gathered up. There's nothing else you want to do in Waterdeep. You'll be in the dock ward and getting onto your boat.
Okay.
And it is a smaller ship. You see these big, huge war vessels around you. Some are going out, some are coming in, and you're relatively small in comparison to these. But you do have, you have at least 2 ballista, and you have a cannon.
Woo. Okay.
Should you want to use them, that's what you have available to you. And
Excellent.
each one takes, you fire it, and then it takes a couple rounds to load it again, because you gotta have the crew person grab the thing. Whether they're installing another thing in the ballista or another cannonball, that takes time. So it'll take a couple rounds to do that, and for these to be ready to fire again, should you need them.
Okay. And how many crew do we get?
You get a crew of 11.
Oh wow. Okay, great.
Who is the captain of the crew?
The captain? Oh, now you're making me think of people.
No, we're gonna get to know these people. That way, when they do
No,
die, we feel emotions.
Oh,
I see. You don't want them to be cannon fodder? Why?
No.
So you have a Captain Arbus Polywink.
oh boy. Yep. Arbus Polywink.
Captain Polywink.
Sounds trustworthy.
Wink.
Wink.
Yeah.
Set sail at dawn.
Set sail at dawn. And you set sail.
Yay.
And is everyone used to sailing?
I don't suppose so. I would like to, since Cabby, I think I presumably would have been on like a boat, but probably not a ship. Maybe
Yeah.
on the ocean.
Yeah.
Since
Just
we
like
don't have much to
everyone's
do.
been on a boat before, and we're not going to worry about seasickness or anything like that. So
I have definitely not been on a ship.
okay, you roll a Constitution saving throw. Let's see
Alrighty.
how the motion
see how-
goes for you.
All right, we'll go with this.
You
die.
got it.
Haven't rolled it. Yeah, Constitution. Ooh, that is a dirty 20.
All right, yeah, you're
Nice.
fine. You were a little concerned maybe the first few days out, but you're quickly accustomed to the rocking of a sea vessel.
Awesome. I would like to see, or like just roll to see if I can pick up some of how to operate the, like, not steer the ship like so much, but like how to do the rigging and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's call that survival. It'll be
Yes.
it's eventually sort of like finding your tracks, except but you have experienced crew around you to show you things and how to guide you. So survival is kind of like guiding, people guiding a boat. So we'll use survival.
19 plus 3 for a total of 22.
Okay, you're getting the hang of it. You think in a pinch you could take a crew position or two if you needed.
Yeah. Woohoo.
Yay.
I mean, it's probably really helpful that I could just fly up and grab stuff when they.
Yeah, that too. Being able to get up to the crow's nest, yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Dante would like to assist in the is it the gallery? I can never remember exactly.
Galley?
The galley. There you
Galley?
go.
Okay.
The galley, and I'm gonna just assist in like peeling like vegetables and anything whenever we're doing cooking and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, they accept your help, and you learn how to prepare food for about 15, 16 people.
But how fast am I doing it though?
Yeah. Very.
Everything's mutton.
Everything's
It's
mutton. Oh, you did get your dragon jerky before you left.
Excellent.
And
Nice.
they provided you the Hydra leather. They
Ooh.
could make a leather armor out of it, and three times per day you can activate it and regain 5 hit points.
Whoa.
Nice.
That's essentially +2.
It's +2 armor also?
Yeah.
What?
That's magic.
Well, yeah, but okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to look at gift Hydra armor in the mouth. I'm going to take it.
That's leather. So it's 11 plus 2.
Plus your dex.
Base 13 plus your dex.
That's pretty good. Dante, what are you wearing? What are you rocking?
I am rocking, and as you say that, I've like actually it's changed from like what was a nice kind of been like noble silks and stuff like that, just kind of basic, nothing like denoting an affiliation, has gone to what is very similar to what the captain is wearing, but like a darker colored, like captain kind of like schmuck and stuff like that. I go, I've got this, and then as I do this, it goes back to the same outfit that I normally wear when we're
Whoa. Okay. That's cool. Man, but now I'm conflicted because it's really cool. And I want it heals you. Put it on my friends. Be safe.
Sarissa is currently wearing her new black and blue dress along
Awesome.
with her very beautiful new cloak, which has her AC plenty high enough.
All right. Awesome.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yep.
And you as you're traveling for a few days, you're getting used to the sea air and kind of what that smells like around you, and the way the waves and the tide ebbs and flows. And you reach a point, and you're about a week out, where it changes. The smell is different. It's more acrid here. It's the water isn't as clear as what it used to be. And at first it starts gentle, and you feel the boat kind of go back and forth a little bit more, and then it gets more rough. And out of the water pops 4 water weirds, and they surround the boat and try to attack the boat. And they are getting a surprise round because they can disguise themselves
As water.
to look like as water. Exactly.
Yeah.
And so they are more concerned with the boat than you, and so they get some damage in on the boat, but everyone can roll initiative. And
Ready. Thing I've been great at. Here comes the natural one.
No, shush.
Okay, it's an 8.
It's a die at 20.
okay. 20.
Dante rolled a 14.
14, okay. And Cavi?
Oh, it's a full calorie 20 for a total of 22.
22.
No die at 20 here.
All right. All right. You are first. These things are Cavi's first with a 22.
Yeah.
And these things are, there's essentially one on the left, one on the right, one ahead and one behind, and they're all just pummeling at your boat and doing damage, and they've taken off some planks.
Okay. I would like to unfurl my wings.
Mm-hmm.
Rage is a bonus action,
Uh-huh.
which means magic time. Wild magic, wild barbarian magic. 6. Whoa. Okay, this is weird and fun. Number 6 is until your rage ends, you're surrounded by multicolored protective lights. You gain a +1 bonus to AC, and while within 10 feet of you, your allies gain the same bonus.
Nice.
Neat.
Which makes me jumping off the ship a little awkward, but
Right.
I will be back.
Here's
Your
the buff.
allies will not get that
Bye.
bonus, but
Nice. I'll be back. I would like to fly down and try and attack one near like the bow of the hull area and see if it takes any damage from my longsword. Kind of
Okay.
assess. 2
Right.
attacks incoming.
Okay, so you're attacking the one at the front of the ship?
Yes.
And these are large. I mean, they've grown up out of the water so that they're, up to almost the sail, the bottom
Holy
sail.
crap. Okay, so do I have to potentially leave the ship, or could I just like lift myself up off the deck? Like
You can lift yourself up off the deck if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little bit. That means that people could potentially get within 10 feet under me ish.
Yeah, and as you're this close, and now that you've had time, you notice that swirling within them is this murky water and just bits of slime and gunk and.
Yeah, it's kind of gross. It's bad soul.
And it
Poor
smells
heart.
really bad.
All gross. All bad.
Like, rot's bad enough, but wet, rotting things, like rotting fish.
Fish.
Just,
No, DC, no.
So, what would you like to do?
I would like to try to hit it with the sword
Okay.
just to see if it reacts to the damage at all. So the first hit is a 25.
Okay, that's a hit.
Excellent. Which there it is, D10. That is 9 magical slashing damage.
Okay, but it is magical damage.
It is.
Okay, so it takes all of that.
Oh, awesome. Okay. And if for any reason it wants to move, its speed is now reduced by 10 feet.
Okay.
Hit it. And the next one then, sorry?
As long as it's magical damage, it's going to go through. So.
Woohoo. Good to know. And then the next one's a 19.
That'll hit as well.
Oh, not so great, guys. 7 total. Magical slash.
7. Okay.
Magic slash.
Yep, you slash into it, and as you slash, various fish bones and slime and brung up seaweed dredged up from the bottom just flies out of it as you slash at it.
Should have bought a trident. What was I thinking? And that's all I have for me.
All right, Sarissa, what would you like to do?
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can lightning bolt this thing.
Okay, which one?
Let's go with the one in front of us.
Okay, so the one Cavi was on. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. And there's enough distance where you can lightning bolt, and it's big enough where Cavi, you're up high enough that the lightning bolt isn't gonna. it'll go underneath you essentially. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
so-
it needs a dex save of 15 or more.
Okay. I only get a 12, so it's taking all this damage.
Groovy. Let's see what we got. Ooh. 33.
Oh, holy cow. All right.
Wow.
So lightning just sparks through this thing, frying things. Now it's like rotting fried fish. But this one is not keeping its form. It's still up, but it's kind of falling apart, and pieces of sledge are falling onto the deck.
Mm.
Okie dokie. That's what I've got.
All right. And hey, their turn's next. Yay!
Yay.
Yay.
Cavi, you're a target.
That's me.
Does a 18 hit you?
Just. Yep.
Yeah, okay. So you take that's 14 bludgeoning damage, but I think you're raged, so
Yes.
you can have that.
Thank you.
And let's see, it hit. You make a strength saving throw.
Excellent news. Excellent. Okay, good. I believe I have advantage on those because I'm angry at stuff. Or those dex saving throws. But either way, strength's still pretty good.
Mhm.
Okay, 21 total.
All right. It does not grapple you.
Nice try.
Okay.
No fishes for me.
The other 3 aren't in range of anybody, so they're just going to keep attacking your ship. Your ship is taking more damage. There is another round or so. There'll probably be a little chunk of the top deck missing at this point. They're breaking it down. Dante.
So there's a 4 water wheels, correct?
Yep, 4 water weirds. Yep.
4 water weirds. I guess are there 2 that were within 30 feet of each other
No, they're all kind of on
opposite corners?
opposite corners. Yeah.
Okay. Then I will simply go to I'll go to one that is attacking the ship that hasn't been attacked by either Cavi or Sarissa.
Okay.
And I will. Life is a fire sword, so I guess I'm not going to activate that.
We're not Pokemon, right? We don't know.
Right.
Oh, we don't know. That's true. Yeah, you know what? I will use my bonus action to shout Ignis, and the blade catches on fire, and I'm going to stab into the weird.
Okay.
With both my attacks. So the first one is 7 plus 8. So that's a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Okay. And the second strike is what is that cocked on? Okay, there was thing. It was literally between a 6 and a 14. But I was like, that is cocked. So they're like, I can't. And that is a 16 plus 8. So that'll be a 24 to hit.
Yeah, those both hit.
The first one, I'm going to throw a Bardic Inspiration die. So it's 2, 8. I suddenly could do math. 14 points of piercing damage.
Okay, it's a magic blade, right?
So
okay.
magical. And then it would be 2d6, so I'll roll that, and you can tell me if it does anything or if it just like themes off of it. It is 7 points of fire damage.
Okay. It takes it is not as effective. It's taking half of that.
But it's taking it, so I will take that.
A little bit, yeah.
And then the second strike is obviously just the 1d8. That's 5. 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then, almost 11 points of fire damage as well. Reduced to half so far.
Okay.
That's my strike.
Good job.
Strike, and that's my bonus action, and that is my turn. And my AC is now a 18.
All right.
19, because I got a 2 on my die.
Nice.
Back up to Cavi.
All right. For bonus action, I'm in the air. I've got my sword two-handed. So I will summon my animated shield with its command word, Excupius Agi, and have it just circle around me as I'm flying to push my AC up just a little bit. Because I did like pull like a gutted like fish bones out of my mouth, like bah, no, gross, no more, bah. And we'll take 2 more hits.
All right.
That is unhelpful die. You just rolled on the floor. The lowest is a die at 20. I assume they will both hit.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
1d10. That is a 10 magical slash on the first.
That takes care of the water weird in front of you.
Ah, nice. Can I then fly sort of clockwise to one that hasn't been hit yet, or counterclockwise, depending which one Dante's after?
Mm-hmm.
I want to try to get their focus off the ship.
Okay.
And that means my next one was a 19 plus 7, which is a 26 to hit. So,
that
hitting?
hits. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then that one gets 15, my full amount.
15,
magical slash.
All right, magic slash. 15.
Magic slash.
Magic slash. All right. All right. Anything else?
That is everything. Thank you.
All right,
Oh,
Sarissa.
shoot. Never mind.
Yeah.
I forgot to change my wild magic when it hit me.
Oh.
It's okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to follow Cavi and lightning bolt the next one.
Okay. Do the thing. Oh, I got to roll the thing.
Yeah. Need dex save.
I got a 15.
It saves, but it still takes half.
Yep.
So half of 35.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
That's still a lot.
Yeah.
17?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not doing good. All right. This one is dead. Yeah. This one that is not holding on. And the lightning bolt, and once again, it hits and just sludge kind of pops out of it and onto the deck and back into the water and fish everywhere. But let's see here. Oh, you know what? That was... Sorry, it should have been that one. And then I got them confused here. Hold on. Okay, there we go. That's better. All right. So this one, again, Cavi, you're the target it can reach.
Excellent.
That's a 16, which I don't think hits.
No hit.
No hit. Okay. Dante, since you're close to the other one, since he did a sword attack, it's going to try to hit you for a diet 20.
Ooh, diet 20. I'm going to use my reaction to use my defensive duelist and increase my AC by 4. So it goes from 19 to 23 for that attack.
Excellent. Okay.
Nice.
So it misses.
Like, no! And just like smack it with
true.
the flat of my blade.
And the one that no one hits is taking another chunk out of the back of the ship.
Yep.
Let's see here. Sarissa. Dante, it's your turn proper.
Alrighty, I'm now still facing with the one in front of me, and I know that the one behind me is also causing trouble. How close is the one that's further away? Like, how far away is it?
It's basically 20 some feet to kind of go over there to the other one.
Okay, but it's within 30 feet of me and the other one. So what I'm going to do is my eyes are going to erupt and like a sudden like light.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to yell as I smash my rapier into the ground, and I'm going to cast Destruction Wave.
Wow.
Okay.
So it has to make, both of them have to make a Constitution save as divine energy bursts from me.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a DC 15. They take 5d6 radiant and 5d6 thunder damage, half on a save. So
Okay, so one saved, the other did not.
okay, so the thunder damage is, let me do this real quick. So that's 11, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19 points of thunder damage, and then half of the other one. And
Okay.
then for the radiant damage, and can I roll more ones? 1, 1, 3. Oh, that's a 4. Okay, so that's not as bad. So that's 5, 9, 10, 11 points of radiant.
Wow.
That's a
Okay,
total
and
of,
they take all the radiant, right?
the one that saved takes half of the total, and I don't know if whatever resistance they have, but
All right. Okay.
yeah. So that's a total of 30 points of damage.
All right.
And then 15 for the one that saves.
Yeah. So the one you hit with your sword earlier just kind of erupts into the sludge and goo, and there's like rotted fish goo over you and onto the deck and into the ocean, and it's just kind of plopping down everywhere. That one's gone, and the other one is not looking good at all.
I'm going to use my bonus action. Is Cavi within 60 feet of me? She was.
Let's say yes.
Okay, then I'm going to use my bonus action to give her bardic inspiration, so she gets a D10 for an attack save or
Thank you.
ability check.
Okay. All right, Cavi. The one in front of you is not looking great, having been, hit with some damage here.
Yes. All right. I will continue to swing since my friend the Lightning Queen is helping me take big chunks out of them. I will try to finish it off. Ooh, 18 to hit.
Yep.
Awesome.
And because I forget if I can, I wanted to move closer to the other one that's still alive that I hit.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I hadn't used any of my movement, so.
And that is a 13 magical slash on the first hit.
Yeah, that one's dead.
Woohoo! Now
Nice.
rotate again to the last one.
Okay, the last one.
The last one. It finally happened.
Natural 20.
A natural 20 with my longsword of blade stealing.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna eat some dead fish.
Yeah. Okay. Hooray. So because it's the first time I've ever gotten to do this, it takes an extra 10 necrotic damage if it's not a construct or an undead.
Oh, yep. Okay.
And I will gain 10 temporary hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo! 10 for Gabby. All right, and then I roll double the die.
Yep.
That's 7 plus 2, so 9 plus 5, 14 magical slash.
Magical slash. All right.
Yes, sir.
It's not looking too good.
Yeah, good.
Sarissa, what would you like to do?
I'm going to walk to the edge of whichever side
Mhm.
this
Essentially
one is
the
on.
back.
Okay.
The stern.
Yeah.
So I'm going to walk to the edge, lean against the railing, and go, "We're busy. Shoo." And I'm going to, again, cast Lightning Bolt.
Okay. Excellent. Do I save? I get a whole 13.
So you do not.
I do not.
32 lightning
32.
damage.
Okay. This one also explodes and leaves in, well, now you're covered, Sarissa, in fish goo
Right.
and cavi, and basically everyone has experienced rotting fish goo and seaweed and muck.
The sheer amount of prestidigitation we're going to have to do to get rid of all of this, honestly. She
I think
shakes off like a dog.
Gabby's gonna fly like way high up in the air, and then sort of in like a spinning, like close her wings around herself and do like a spinning, rotating like dive bomb towards the ship to like get some of the goop off, and then spread her wings and land again just to sort of like air dry herself.
Okay.
Like a Saint Bernard coming in from a bath.
The
So
Saint Bernard.
shakes off again.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's like you see, I was prestidigitating myself, and then it just like
just like from above, splash.
Yep.
All right.
Sarissa's now going to like go around with prestidigitation and mending and just kind of
Excellent.
fix things.
Yeah, so you easily you have time to repair what the water weirds did to the boat. Luckily, y'all were able to attack them before they did any real serious damage to the boat. But so you can easily mend the broken bits. It takes a while, you know, but you get it done. And you continue sailing on. You can all take a long rest, by the way, if you want to.
Nice.
Because it is a couple more days. And as you continue on, the water gets thicker and the boat goes slower because it's just going through the sludge. Now, and pretty soon you see this giant floating mass of rotting carcass and barnacles and fish, and it just extends up at least a story tall. And your pings thing, the device that goes ping, pings right in the middle of that.
The Beepatron?
The Beepatron, yeah. And that's where we'll end today.
We end on a beep,
beep,
beep. Oh my god.
Yeah. So, thank you all for being here. Really appreciate it. Let's go around and give outros. Tell everyone all the things you're doing. We'll just do reverse order. Starting with Lori.
It's me.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, my name is Lori, aka Calamity Jane. You can find me on Twitter at Calamity_JAYN. And of course, you can find me on the Empatheater Discord. And of course, here every Mondays. Please come back and see us.
All right.
I'm going to go get my drinking corn for the raid.
Nice. I'm Chaos Chris. I'm Chris. I play Dante, the College of the Swords bard, half-elf bard. You can find me here every Monday. I might do more streaming. I found a game that I want to stream more just so I can sit there and just gush about it. And it's dumb because it's just a roguelike card-based game around poker. And I put way too many hours into it last weekend.
What game is it?
Balatro.
Oh, yes.
And it's just like you get into like a rhythm, and that's kind of it. And I'm like, I just want to expose more people to this.
Nice.
Excellent. Crystal?
Hello, people. My name is Crystal Fear. You can find me everywhere on the internet as Crystal Fear. You can find me here every Monday and in the chat and comments pretty much everywhere else.
All right. And I've been your DM and producer for the day, DC. You can find me everywhere under DC Lasair. That's DC Lasair. Go to dclasair.bio.link, a link to all the links to find out what I'm doing. If you're going to GaryCon, I'll be at GaryCon. I have a producer panel there. You should totally check it out and say hi, because I like people saying hi. I'll say hi back sometimes. So come by and see me. I am also streaming on Twitch Mondays through Fridays, starting at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, and currently playing, kind of switching up games right now, but getting back into Octopath Traveler 2, and on Fridays is Tech Fridays, where I talk about producing and streaming tech and all that. If you check out my YouTube, I just had a Tech Friday last week, and I edited that down. And so if you want to know about multi-track audio recording in OBS, check out that Tech Friday. That is up. Otherwise, I am here on Monday nights with all these lovely people. And we will do a raid this time. I'll actually remember, and it won't be weirdly at the end. Let's see here. But first, before we do all that, we have some thank yous to go through. So, thank you to Duval and Bill, the owners of the Amphitheater, for giving us this space. Character art, thank you, Lynn, Gremlin, on everywhere, I think. Yeah. Thank you to Maddie, Maddie Games, for our overlays and that awesome intro that you saw. And the music in that intro is by Alex Zavesa. Yeah. And before we let you all go, I got to talk about the Amphitheater has a merch store. Check it out. SoNerdwear.com/the Amphitheater. Use promo code empathy for 10% off. And there's a Discord where you can talk about this show and all the other things going on this amazing channel. And so before we go, we would like to remind you that Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights, stop AAPI hate, stand up to Jewish hate, stop telling people within uterus what to do with them, read a book, climate change is real, and when given the chance, choose love, and if not, kindness. Thank you all so much for being here. Really appreciate it. See you next Monday for episode 5, where there'll be more rotting fish things going on. Yay. So it'll so much fun. It'll be great. Coming by, just keep that smell in mind for a whole week and then come back. So it was great to see y'all, and see you next week. Bye.
Bye.